Hello, welcome to my channel, and welcome to this Minecraft Let's Play. We will create a new world, and we will call it Schneider's Sojourn. It'll be survival, default, bonus chest off, cheats off, structures on. The seed, if you want to play along, will be travel far. Well, that should do it. So we will start, and then once the world loads up, I'll pause, adjust the difficulty, lock it with the new locking feature, and then we can start the game. I'm a recent graduate of university and just starting my recording career on YouTube. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I really didn't have time when I was taking courses. So now here's my chance, and I want to give it a try. So, we're really lucky to spawn near a village. This will make the early game fairly easy. I'll just grab some goodies while I'm here. I don't want to stay too long, because I don't have any gear, and this place is going to be a mess at night. We're playing on hard, there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, everyone's going to die, and there'll not be a single door left in the entire village. So I'm going to take some things and move on pretty quick. I won't go too far away though, because I do want to come back and plunder those bookcases and grab some of these cows too. I'm going to kill this cow if it keeps getting late though. And I noticed there was a mountain with a waterfall over there. I think I might like to make my residence there, at least at the early game. Normally I build a safe house right at spawn, so that if I die before I get to bed, I can easily get some gear and head back out. But since this village is so handy, I think I'll just go ahead and start building. Sheep are very acrobatic. I guess they spawned up there, there's no other way. Is there anything I want to look at here? Don't think so. Alright, let's head out. Actually, there's one more garden up here, I think. Yeah. These carrots are really good. It's usually hard to get potatoes and carrots right off the bat. So I don't want to talk about it. I'm pretty excited to have them so close at hand. For the first while, I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just going to play the game and show everything I do. After we get going, and I'm kind of more set up, I'll cut out things that are boring. Although, the mining, although it's not interesting to watch, it gives me a good opportunity to talk. So we'll see how that goes. There's some really neat stuff going on over here. Most of the kinds of wood that you'd ever want. Yeah, this is good. A little plateau up there. It's more like a pinnacle than a plateau, I guess. And, yeah, that's a pinnacle. This is a pretty nice place, though. That mountain over there might be a little bit better for setting up shop. Now, you might not be familiar with the word sojourn. It's not something that comes up in regular speech that often. It's basically like when you're traveling and you make a rest stop and then move on. And I want that to be the theme of this series. Once I get a first house set up, just so I have a base of operations, and get some materials going, I want to go out and travel, explore the world, and every once in a while I'll make a little base when there's a particularly interesting place to explore, and after we have a look around there and see all there is to see, we'll move on. So eventually this world's just going to have a multitude of small forts going out in all directions, and it should be fairly interesting. And I've locked the game in hard mode so that I can't just chicken out if the situation gets bad. I have to do everything legitimately. That's one of the reasons I like playing on multiplayer servers, is because you can't have that falter in your character. Because sometimes it's very tempting when you're setting up a trap at a spawner to put it on an easier mode until you throw some torches down. And that's not very interesting, it's not very good play, so I don't like to do it. And with this locking feature, it makes it a lot easier to not cheese the game. And, you know, who wants to watch that, in all honesty? Came here to see gameplay. I wish these guys dropped some eggs. I watched a video, I'll probably put the link in the description when I make it, for this really neat automated chicken farm. And I won't say too much about it right now because I'm in no position to build it, but when I do, I'll definitely put a link in the description. And basically, it cooks, kills, and produces chickens in a 3x3x5 space, I believe. It does take an awful lot of iron, though, so it's not something that's going to be forthcoming in the near future. This is really neat. But the world generation in this game, for being so simplistic, it's always so good. Everywhere I turn, I always find interesting places I want to go. This is really nice. We've got a little viewpoint out here to gaze off into some misty mountains. Yeah, this is pretty glorious. And the village is over there. Over there. Yeah, the village is that way. Pretty sure. My sense of direction is absolutely horrible, but we will deal with that if it becomes an issue. The very next thing that I want is some coal, because without torches, we're going to have a bad time. It goes without saying that I could literally make coal with these logs, but I don't know, that seems like the easy way out. And I don't have all that many logs anyway. I'll grab a few more, and then I'll put together a pick, and apparently lose all ability to jump. And then we shall go out and get some resources, because right now, this game isn't going anywhere. We do have a lot of good pickups, though. We had cacti, sugarcane, potatoes, carrots, and wheat all at our fingertips right at the start, which is a luxury situation that you don't often find yourself in, at least in my experience. So, we have that in our favor. There's an awful lot of recipes in this game, and sometimes I just think to myself, wouldn't it be nice if after you crafted something, there was like a crafting book, and once you do something once, it goes in the book and remembers it, so if you ever forget, then you can just refer to the book. Like, I don't mean a book that's filled out as soon as you start the game, because that, that's a little bit cheesy, I think. But a book that you have to build up yourself, and you just earn recipes as you make them. Because, there's things that you don't make very often, like beacons, or, enchanting tables. You usually only make those once a run. And then when you start a new game, you make another. But, you don't make them very often. Sometimes you forget how to do it. And then you end up looking like a fool because you have no idea how to make something that you almost invariably make every time that you start a new world and go through all of the story elements. Speaking of which, I believe there's some new achievements for beating the Wither boss and making a beacon. I can't remember, I haven't really played that much in the recent updates. I'll also make another crafting table. I'm kind of using that one up there as a step anyway. A couple of torches. The all-important stone pick. And the all-important furnace. I don't know if the furnace will be useful to us immediately, but I do know. Throw a torch out here, just so that I can kind of mark this area. I do know that eventually we will need at least one furnace, and more than likely several. But for now, I'm just going to dig out a small hole to pass the night. I'm not proud of it, but that's the way we're going to do it. Now, I'm not sure in this biome, but I know that in one of the hill biomes, iron spawns pretty high up in appreciable quantities. I don't think this is the right place. I think it's one of those stone and gravel type mountains where you can find exposed iron all over the place. But I don't mind digging a mine shaft. I'm not going to do it from the top of the mountain, because that would be cliche and far too much work to be interesting. And frankly, I still like over there kind of more than here, even though there's less room to build. What we could do for kind of a home base is hollow some of that out and then have little side towers coming out. I think that'd be pretty neat. Shouldn't take too long either, because we just make rooms inside as we need them, and any side pieces that we want to add on will be more for the view than anything. I think we might do that. It's always really cool, too, when you can incorporate the natural shape of the terrain into your build. I always find that they turn out nicer that way. Could be just me. In any case, I'm just going to have all the coal by the time I get there. I might even have to make some into blocks. And then I'll have to go mining for iron. because if I don't get at least iron armor, I'm surely going to die. We are on hard mode, and even zombies can kill you pretty quickly. Having said that, I should probably make a couple swords, because you never know. Doesn't seem anything spawning though. We did put on hard mode, right? It's weird. And some people won't agree with this, but I find axes and shovels pretty handy. Not everyone likes them, but I'm a fan. Especially, there seems to be a lot more gravel in the world generation than there used to be from last time I played. There's some places I go, and there's just epic amounts of gravel. And I would just be devastated without a shovel. I'm going to do something foolish. Let's poke out. Let's see what's going on at night. So far, so good. Where are all the things? There's a chicken. I don't think the chicken's gonna come out and get all of my grill. I wonder if that's an ironic thing to say. A chicken getting in my grill. Actually, when I look at this at night, it's already kind of castle-shaped. Is that chicken? Yeah. I think he just walked off the edge. There you go. I actually kind of like this place. Dig it out, add some windows. Be pretty cool. That's what we'll do. I wonder if that trick still... There's a trick where if you put a door that's one block up, zombies can't break it. Because they have to be able to hit the top part of the door to actually deal damage. So we'll see if that still works. And then... oh, there's some zombies. I will stick a door here, this way, just in case you're not familiar. If you put the door like this, the enemies, at least they used to be able to get here, and skeletons could shoot at you, which is why I always try to put the doors on the outside. But because there's no wall here, I'm going to put the door on this side of the block, so it closes flush. Otherwise it won't quite seal properly, and we could have the skeleton problem anyway. So, since I've decided that we're actually going to hang out here, I'll expand this room a bit and set up a little bit of a shop. Then I'll have to trot back and get some of those sheep and maybe some cows. I'll probably just bring their remains instead of their actual persons. Is that the right thing to say? Bring their person if they're an animal? I don't know. Crafting station here. Get a couple more of these happening. Yeah, it's not bad. stairs are real. Is that going to be enough? We do have that village. And what I'm going to do is, once we get a little bit set up, I'm going to go to that village and build some more huts. Guess I'll take all the bread. This is almost dead. I guess I'll take all the tools. Disregard that entire thing I just did. Seven coal is a good amount to leave out. I need to get some sand. I need to get some iron, so I can get some water up here. Those doors will come in handy relatively quickly. I'll need some as I make more apertures in this mountain. Is that pit really deep? It's pretty neat. A little swamp over here, get lily pads. We have almost all the things that we ever want close at hand. There's lava right there. Lily pads. We already have sugarcane and cacti and vegetables. We have the potential for apples. I'll make a couple more picks. See if I can't get up to the top. Guess if we go up this way, here's something right here. Little parkour. Can I get all the way in? Almost. Oh well. Get up the old-fashioned way. I don't know about you guys, but this view is what makes the whole game worth it to me. That's really good. Well, we didn't get a whole lot done, but I think we will call it an episode. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you again in the next video. This has been Schneider, signing out.